very good morning to each and everyone watching Mama Rugagasawa television. Thank you for being with us again to be with me, Kamika Gisle. Now let's kick off the news lines. Rwanda 6 stronger global tech partnership at Davos talks with Cisco. Rwanda strengthens the integration support for ex-genocide cons. On the international news, Nigeria police deny reports of church abductions in Kaduna. Now let's take a short break to be back on the news details. Welcome back. Later times in Rwanda. Rwanda has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing technology and innovation at the World Economic Forum held in Davos, where senior government officials met global technology leaders, including executives from the American multinational company Cisco. The Minister of Technology and Innovation, Ingabire Paula, had discussions with Cisco's Vice President and Global Head of Innovation, Guy Dielge, and Adair Trombetta. Talks focus on potential collaboration in cybersecurity and strengthening digital sovereignty. Ambassador Olivier Nduhungirehe acknowledged that Rwanda still faces challenges in modern technology development, but emphasized the country's determination to expand international partnerships and build a knowledge-based economy. He highlighted Rwanda's progress, including the establishment of the Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution as evidence of its growing role in global technological innovation. Moving ahead, the Rwanda Environmental Management Authority has detailed the fee structure of newly established carbon market projects, clarifying costs and procedures, and the recent ministerial instructions that took earlier this month. According to REMA, all new carbon market initiatives are related. Transactions will be subject to standardized charges, while previously approved projects remain exempt unless they enter a new development phase. The fee schedule requires developers to pay for services such as account opening, project registrations, issuance of non-objection letters, and formal approvals before any work progresses. REMA stressed that payments must be submitted to the Rwanda Green Fund and that developers should review the ministerial instruction to ensure compliance and uphold market transparency. Turning to the next story, Prison Fellowship International has expressed support for Rwanda's ongoing efforts to strengthen the reintegration of former genocide convicts back into society as the country continues to promote unity and reconciliation. The commitment was highlighted during a meeting between the Minister of National Unity and Civic Engagement, Dr. Jean Damascene Bizimana, and PFI President and CEO Andrew Coley. Discussions focused on expanding reintegration programs for inmates nearing release after serving lengthy sentences related to the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Minister Bizimana emphasized that reintegration remains a sensitive process, particularly for individuals who have not confessed or sought forgiveness, noting that inadequate preparation is essential to prevent community tensions. He underscored the importance of psychological support, civic education, and community dialogue. Prison Fellowship International has been active in Rwanda through spiritual guidance, trauma healing, vocational training, and community-based support initiatives. The organization pledged to continue working with government institutions to enhance reconciliation, social cohesion, and long-term peace across the country. Now let's take a short break to be back on the international news.
wowe ngwino tugende mu modoka sibyo ndagutwara ntugire ikibazo ufite ubwenge wowe
ubu mfata ubuzima bwanjye mushyire bikangaratete hejuru wanyweye inzoga ngo ugiye kunywa
njye mfite ubwenge tujye ndayikontorora neza
ntabwo bishoboka se urashaka gutwara wasinze
ufite ubwenge
oya none se waretse ufite smartphone warebyemo application bita Duma Booking umva bafite abashoferi urumva bakagira n'imodoka udafite imodoka baragutwara uyifite nabwo baguha umushoferi akugucyura
bazaduma rero
kandi wishyura amafaranga yaba ari kuri mobile money yaba ari ku ikarita birakunda kandi n'indimi zose wajyaho na application ikoresha indimi zose birasirimutse
reba duma wowe
ubandikire bahita baza babatwara
rwose baraje ahubwo urakoze cyane shirisi ureba
Five Guy Trading Company tubafite ibikoresho by'akataraboneka byo mu rugo, mu mahoteli, za resitora ndetse n'ibikenerwa n'abageni n'amacumbi. Ireme ryo hejuru, imiterere igezweho n'ibiciro byiza ibyo bituranga. Duhitemo uhindura isura y'aho utuye cyangwa se aho ukorera. Five Guy Trading Company dukora mu nyubako ya TCB iteganye na station SP ifatanye kandi n'inyubako ya Centenary House muri ground floor umuryango wa Z11A. Ku bindi bisobanuro waduhamagara kuri 0782 31 86 cyangwa se 0788 57 0200.
Dream Properties niyo company ya mbere kandi y'abanyamwuga mu kubaka inzu zigezweho kandi udahenzwe. Dream Properties muri iminsi ya promotion kuri service zose aho hari igabanyirizwa ridasanzwe, bakaba bahanga mu gukora ibishushanyo by'amazu byihariye ku buryo inzu yawe nta handi wayibona ku isi. Dream Properties bakora finissage y'amazu mu buryo bwihariye. Dream Properties bagufasha kuvugurura inzu yawe kandi ikajyana n'igihe ndetse igasa neza. Bakora interior design, exterior design, bakora ibikoni bigezweho, gutunganya inzu z'ubucuruzi ndetse bakanagusabira autorisation de bâtir ku buntu. Tandukana no kubaka inzu idahwanye n'amafaranga washoyeho. Turabanyamwuga kandi turizi kabone niyo waba uri kure tukubakira nk'uyibereye. Duhamagare kuri 079 48 86 053. Wanasura website yacu wa@dreampropertyrwanda.com no ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zose bitwa Dream Properties _Rwa. Dukorera mu nyubako TCB House floor ya 3. Dream Properties, your dream, our mission.
Welcome back. On the international news, Nigerian police have rejected reports that worshippers were abducted from churches in Kaduna State on Sunday, insisting that no such attack took place.
On the international news, later in Africa, where Nigerian police have denied reports that worshippers were abducted from churches in Kaduna State, saying no such attack occurred. In a joint statement with local officials, the state's police commissioner Alhaj Mohammed Labiu described the report as false and accused unnamed individuals of spreading misinformation to cause unrest. His response followed claims by a local official who told the BBC that dozens of churchgoers were kidnapped in Kolmini Wali. Police say investigations found no evidence of abductions and challenged accusers to provide details of alleged victims. Security forces and local officials visited the community and reported no signs of an attack. However, community leaders and social media users have contradicted the official account, claiming armed men abducted up to 177 worshippers from several churches. These claims remain unverified. Nigerians continue to face widespread insecurity, including mass kidnappings, insurgency, and communal violence. Preceding our international news, Syria's government and the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces agreed to a new ceasefire on Tuesday after government troops were deployed to northeastern Hasakeh province. The truce follows a deal announced Sunday that could integrate the Kurds' autonomous administration into the Syrian state and allow further negotiations. The ceasefire comes as Kurdish forces withdrew from the Al-Hol camp, which 1,000 houses of people linked to the Islamic State group. Damascus has said it is ready to take responsibility for the camp and IS detainees. The SDF, once a key US-backed force against IS, has recently withdrawn from several Arab majority areas amid government military escalation. The United States said the SDF's loss as the main anti-IS force has largely ended as Syria is now positioned to handle security. Despite the truce, tensions remain, with some Kurdish residents vowing to resist and regional protests breaking out. Concluding our international news, Russia has warned that NATO and Western countries are moving closer to open war against it, according to Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Speaking on January 20, 2026, Lavrov said statements and actions by European leaders, including NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and senior European Union officials, show clear preparations for direct confrontation with Russia. He accused leaders in European Union as well as Germany, France, and the United Kingdom of no longer hiding their hostile intentions. Lavrov said Russia favors resolving the Ukraine conflict through addressing its root causes but blamed Western countries for fewer intentions over many years and turning Ukraine into a tool against Russian security. He added that although Western leaders speak less openly about defeating Russia militarily, their continued support for Kiev shows those plans still exist. Russia has rejected claims that it plans to attack Europe, accusing Western governments of using fear to justify higher military spending and troop deployments near Russia's borders. This is the end of our international news. This is Mamarga Gasabo Television.
As we come to the end of our news edition, let's remind you of the top stories that we talked about. Rwanda seeks stronger global tech partnerships at Davos talks with Cisco. Rwanda strengthens the integration support for ex-genocide conflicts. On the international news, Nigeria police deny reports of church abductions in Kaduna. And this marks the end. Stay tuned.